So I've decided, because I'm always looking for something to do and looking for something to improve, especially these days, that I am going to be adding an LED light feature to my Bowflex Max Trainer. And you can do this on any Max Trainer model. You're going to need a strip light kit. You can order these on Amazon. You can get them at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. The kit should come with 16 feet or 8 feet at least worth of LED strip light. The RFID remote module, which we're going to hide inside the remote control that'll control all the colors and options, the power pack. So that's what should come with the LED strip light kit that you order, and that's about $16, $20, give or take. It might be a little bit more in a retail store, big box like Lowe's or Home Depot. You're also going to need a roll of 3M, the real super duty heavy bonding tape, because the 3M tape that comes on these strip light kits suck. So what I'm going to do is peel this backing off. Well, you'll see in the video once I get a little further along. But anyway, you will need this, and it's about 10 bucks, anywhere from 10 to 15 bucks from either Amazon or Lowe's or Home Depot. Moving into the Max Trainer for a minute, the next thing we're going to need to do is we're going to be removing this lower part, the fan housing, and I've not going to be taking off the other side. I'm only going to be taking off this side. So what you're going to need to do is remove this screw. You're going to loosen the bottom screw that is in there, but don't fully remove it, just loosen it. And then over here, there are two screws. One here and one here. After you remove those, the fan housing should just come off, like so. Make sure you don't lose the screws, because you will need those to put it back together. So let's see. Oh, my dog's trying to eat them, so I'm trying to pick them up before he eats them. Actually, I'm going to pause this and resume in a second once I find the other screw. Okay, I'm back. One other thing I forgot to mention that you'll need is alcohol. And the reason for that is we are going to want to clean the surface really good before putting the adhesive strip on the back of the fan housing, which is this guy right here. What I'm going to do, so that this is a little bit easier to work on. Now, I don't know if this mod's ever been done. I've never seen it done. This is just me thinking outside of the box and wanting to do something funky to my Max. So I'm going to pull these little grates out. This is just temporary. It's just gets them out of the way for now, so it's easier to work on. And what we're looking to do is right inside of here, there's this channel that runs all the way around. What we're going to do is get rubbing alcohol, and we're going to clean really good this whole channel. Let it dry, and then you're going to cut strips of this 3M. It's real sticky. It might be a little tricky to work with, so be patient. You're going to cut little strips of this, and you're going to line that channel with the 3M tape. Make sure you leave the top red portion on until we're ready to install the LED strip light. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, and I will check back in a few minutes for the next step. Well, I'm doing this as I go along, and this next update was supposed to have updated you on the installing of this. But as it turns out, I just got to thinking that I'm going to need a pass-through for the electronics, and you're going to need to drill a hole. I'm going to just, I don't know, drill a hole maybe in or around here, because what I'm going to do for the starting point where the kit is going to start, where I'm going to start running it, will be right here, which means it'll end up finishing in or around here. So what I'll do is just exit it right in this area. But I don't want it to be too visible, so I'm going to try not to go too low, because if I go too low, then it's going to be coming out right at the tip there. So I'm going to go up a little higher with it, and I'm actually going to update you once I get that hole drilled, and I'll let you know about how big the drill bit was that I used to get that done. That only needs to be enough for this cord to pass through. So I will be back with an update. All right, I'm back with a update as to what's going on here with this project. So there's a few things I left out. As I'm going along, I'm finding out things that I wasn't thinking of before. I kind of just threw this project together. First off, the ends of these cords are white, so I wrap them in black duct tape or electric tape, and then the ends of the connections I used a Sharpie marker and just kind of colored them black. Same thing with the control box. The only reason that the control box ended up white is because the machine is black, and where this is going to be mounted is going to be outside the machine. And if you don't have the covers for the Max Trainer that would hide this, you would see it. So I just decided to wrap that in tape, not the bottom, because I don't know, you're never going to see that. And then I wrapped these cords with the black electric tape as well, and colored these with a Sharpie marker. This is the actual infrared signal that the remote control will end up talking to. So what changed since I last did the update here? Well, originally I was thinking of mounting this control box inside the unit, and that just ended up being more cumbersome than I had liked. So what I'm figuring of doing now is just leaving this control box at the base of the unit, and then snaking the actual connection that the LEDs are going to plug into through the hole, which I kind of had to make longer than circular. So that is going to end up passing through there, where the LEDs will end up plugging in, and I'll show you that once I get to that step. I have went ahead and cleaned the inside of the fan housing with the alcohol, as I said I was going to, around the edge, and I lined the entire inside with the 3M, the real strong 30-pound weight tape. Now I didn't go all the way inside the channel, simply because I felt like the lights wouldn't really have much to bite onto. So I kind of went up on the edge a little bit and went somewhat into the channel. So there'll be more for the LEDs to grab onto. And the only reason I had a concern with that is there is going to be moving parts in here. There's a fan that spins, and I didn't want any issues, with that. Now when you go to put the strip lights in, you're going to want the start of these. So you've got your base, your plug. That's going to pass through here just temporarily, the hole we made, just to kind of get it out of the way. And you're just going to kind of measure it. So you're going to start at the base of this plastic piece. When it wraps around the entire thing, it's going to end up meeting just right at the base of this. So that'll be there, and then it'll kind of just stop right there. Again, I'm going to work on that right now, and I will show you what that looks like as I finish that. Don't forget, you've got to peel all this red topping off of the tape and peel off the 3M backing of the LED strip lights. So yeah, so that's the update for now. I hope this works when I'm all done. Like I said, I kind of just threw this idea together this afternoon. Okay, so I guess like any project that you don't really do any research with and throw together last minute, there tends to be some hiccups. And with this one of the hiccups I incurred was the routing of the 3M tape that I said originally to go around the edge here. As you saw in the video, I had the tape already all placed, but when I went to lay the lights, they just were not sticking because there was this little hump between the two that was causing a problem. After I installed that, the lights were not working properly. They were defective. So luckily I had more strip lights. I cut them to size. I fit them properly. And now I think we're in business. Hang on one sec. Okay. So it works. As you see, I can change the colors and it will do stuff. So I will update once I get this installed and see how it looks from there. Make sure to also put a piece of heavy tape. I used the 3M tape over this and then just peeled the red backing off of it to keep any slack from being pulled on from the cord connection underneath. Once that's connected, I'll end up wrapping a little piece of electric tape around that so that it doesn't come loose. Alright, we're ready to install the housing. I went and replaced the grates inside of the, like they're supposed to go inside of the fan housing. And what I'm going to do is just set this box. This is a control box. I'm just going to set it down here. Now with that in place, you're not going to be able to retighten that lower set screw that you see back there that this catches on. That isn't absolutely necessary because as long as all the other screws are tight, it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to vibrate. So I'm going to go ahead and situate this and I will be back. And just like that, it is complete. The Max is lit up and it does different things. You can get a controller that goes to music.